lie, we need to find somebody to do a lot of this.
Yeah.
So basically, what we was talking about.
Hold on, me. I'm sorry.
All right.
You know what you call it, got string y'all down pat.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, what we was talking about was when men specifically, because maybe next week we should do what women mean when they say
I know we trying to wait it out.
when they say what do you bring to the table? maybe next week we should, you know what I'm saying, let the women answer that. So that's basically like what we're talking about. And what we was in the middle was saying is like what would be the men's role. And I think the women had asked us, what do we expect, you know, as far as from a woman? And I think we was actually running that down. So
that wasn't the question. The question was, what do you think your role is as a man?
what do I think my role is as a man? I ain't gonna lie, I do everything. I think the man role should be to create a dynamic in the house. You know what I'm saying? I think that a man should be providing respect, teach the kids how to respect, teach the kids a man's love. Also, I really feel like a man should be working. It's a good example for a man to get up and go and get it. That is a good example for kids. You know what I'm saying? It's a good example when a man takes his family on vacation. I'm just naming like a couple of things because I know some dudes who never been on vacations like with their dads actually. You know, to me, the other stuff is kind of like minute. I think that's like some societal stuff because like some women say they could do it all on their own. As a man, I could cook, I could clean, I could change a tire, I could call a mechanic, I could wash clothes, I could fold clothes.
This is something that I did tell Tamika before we got
this. Throw on an iron, and I could do a plait. I had a daughter. I haven't got swift with the plaits. I could put the ponytail in the hair and plait it.
Smoke, you're saying the same thing that we summarize in 2 words: provide and protect. All the things that you just listed fall under those 2 big umbrella topics: provision, protection.
Hey, all right. So I'm gonna give y'all my perspective of a man's role, and this is gonna be from my perspective of me growing up. So I'm gonna talk to y'all real blunt. Like my father, yeah, he was my creator, right? He's my father, right? So I never had the opportunity to have a man, a real man. I'm talking about a man. Like I'm gonna give you an example. Your dad, Smoke, right? I never had the opportunity to really say a man raised me. So my mother raised me from, I don't know, as long as I can remember. I never had a man in my life. So I taught myself to give a definition of a man. So one, I know a man must work, right?
True.
Right? 2, if a man don't work, he don't eat. And that's for him. So if he's not working, he can't provide a family for a family. He can't be a family man. So working is one, right? What I have taught myself at this point in my life is a man should respect himself to respect others. That's another point. Then one more perspective, as I think, is that if a man does not know what he wants out of life, how can that man even raise a family or be the protector or be the provider of the family when he's confused on his own? Right?
Oh, go ahead.
So when a man is like that, it comes with having a family and not being able to provide for the family. Having a family and not being able to respect the family. Having a family and eventually one day will lose that family. So my question to the women, are you guys willing and able to put up with a man that's confused and lost in life, but that man, he gonna get his ass up and go to work. That man gonna get his ass up and make sure the check is at the house, but he's missing out on everything. Telling you he loves you, making sure you feel good, making sure you feel safe, all of that. But are you women willing to put up with that until that man gets his until that man gets his life together? Or you guys are willing just to say, I ain't putting up with this. I'm gonna go mess with JoJo around the corner.
Temporarily, we may be willing to put up with it temporarily, right? But if I say to you, babe, I appreciate that you get up and go to work every day. I appreciate that I'm not drowning in bills, right? Because you're doing your part financially to provide for us. But if I tell you, babe, I like flowers, once in a while, don't let it be wait for Valentine's Day to bring me flowers. Just show up show up to the house with flowers and say,
but what if you do forget and you get the flowers?
You can't forget 364 days.
Why not? Tell me why not.
At that point, that's a choice. At that point, he is not doing everything in his power to make me feel safe as a woman.
Oh, so
guess what?
You're trying to tell me if you don't bring you flowers, you don't feel safe?
He gonna be mad when John from work bring me some flowers.
Nah, that's spiteful. I feel like that's being very spiteful.
John might
I tell you one thing, John better have a mean right hook.
So you telling me,
better know something.
Hey, so you telling me, right? So you telling me if I don't bring you flowers, you would jeopardize what we got because I don't bring you flowers and have another dude to bring you flowers? Am I saying that right?
Emotional intelligence. If I am telling you this is what I need and this is what I want, you either make a choice to do it or not.
All right. So
it's emotional intelligence.
Hey, so Tamika, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. So those that knows me, those that's out there that know me, I'm doing a daily vlog. So I don't want to tell people, but my daily vlog this morning was something that I lacked in my life, and I acknowledged it: the emotional intelligence. Right? Because like if you don't have that, I feel now at this point you don't have anything. But what if a man really lacks that? I feel if you lack that, you can lose everything. You can lose everything. But what if a man lacks that in particular on what you just said to me? Like,
is he willing to learn? If I keep telling you this is what I need from you and you're not giving it to me, again, it's not just finances. It's what value do you add to my life? Do you make me feel safe? Do you make me feel like I'm the person that you want?
So it goes back to it again. If I don't bring you flowers, you don't feel safe.
Hold on. Can I jump in?
Yeah, you please.
Before she forgets.
Come on,
okay. So Tamika just said it's more than finances. Tamika also said, if your finances is not right, you won't qualify to be the man for her.
I said temporarily. We willing to work with you temporarily, right? I can believe. So, for example, if you're dating a guy and say, hey, I'm going to school, I'm going to go do IT, right? We know IT is booming. We know AI is booming. If he says, hey, I'm not happy with being the janitor that I am right now, right? The janitor.
Okay.
And he says, give me 2 years. Let me go get this degree. Let me go grind, right? And you can say, okay, as your partner, I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to let you, right? If maybe I need to pick up a little bit more slack around the house, right? So that you can go grind. Now, when you do that, after those 2 years and you grind and you get where you want to be, a goal that we accomplished, that we set and that you accomplished as a couple, then if you're still not doing what you need to do, then what's the problem?
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something. And I actually heard this from Corey Holcomb. So y'all bear with me. A man will take a woman who has nothing and make her his wife. It's rare that you find a woman willing to do the same thing to a man who has nothing. So I'm glad you said that, because it shows that men need to also raise their standards, because a woman is not going to take that. How many men do we know have took a woman who has nothing and he could cook a steak, and he could grill and do all of that. And women, for the most part, look pretty.
That's what you think?
It's not what I think. It's a known fact. Now hold on, because it is
Do
kind
you
of
know how much women
contradictory.
take? And you know we stick around even when we should leave. We still stay, and we still stick around, hoping and wishing and praying that this man do what he need to do. Men
So
don't do that.
We're
also,
wired differently, Smoke. We're wired differently.
well,
And that's why we complement each other.
okay.
So are you willing to take a wife that can't cook?
Yeah.
Yes, you may be. You may
Lamont,
be
stop
initially,
it.
but if she has no ambition or desire to ever learn,
So what?
after a while, you're gonna be
Nah,
sliding up.
no,
You're
I
gonna be
disagree
sliding
with
to
that.
Tamika,
Becky's
after a
house trying to
while,
get you a
they
meal before you
cheating
get
because the
home.
No,
woman
I
ain't
disagree with that.
after a
I
while they
disagree with
end up
that.
cheating because they're
Man,
they're
look,
not getting what
listen, that's
what they want from that woman. Lamont just said that a couple of weeks ago. If she ain't
Contradicting
satisfying his,
himself.
nah.
yeah,
Hold
Lamont,
on,
you stay contradicting yourself.
Hold
wait.
on. What did he say? I want to hear the contradiction.
Lamont, you said something about if the woman don't bring, if she don't do certain things, then it was something Lamont said. I
All
can't get
right,
it word
so
for word.
let me
For the
clarify what
example,
I said.
I think it was the toes lick.
Yeah, I'm giving you
Yeah,
an
that was
example.
another
So since I
thing.
gotta
Yeah.
be more detailed, so if I gotta say more in detail, so one of my love languages is physical touch, right? You know what's my ultimate deal breaker now on dating or getting into another relationship or whatever it is? If a woman ain't being intimacy with me, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. And that's an expectation of myself. My expectation of myself is to find me a woman that connects with me emotionally,
Now
physically.
let me ask you this, because it's some women and just like it is some men who are not as intimate as the other person and they lack in intimacy, but they pick up in other areas.
Well, guess
Now
what? You
what?
ain't the one for me. You ain't the one for me.
Huh?
You ain't the one for me.
But
That's what I'm saying. Because
but
now if you saying you'll take a woman that can't
No,
cook.
no, I will. But that's something I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Smoke may not be okay with that, but I'm okay with that. The ultimate thing, you ain't gotta do shit else. And listen, you ain't gotta do nothing else in life. But if I love you and I'm with you and we're one, we gotta be intimate. That's the number one thing. If you don't got nothing else, you gotta have that one thing. We can build off of that. We can build off of the next thing.
Okay,
so let me hold on, Smoke, real quick. Because
no, no,
let me spin the block real quick.
Liz, come on.
Let me spin the block real quick. Lamont. So a lot of us as young minorities, urban, that don't have two-parent loving households, right? Like I don't think I've ever seen my parents kiss, and I'm 43, right? We don't have those examples at home. That's not the norm. That's not what we grew up around seeing. So we're not very affectionate. Myself, guilty. As I get older, I realize that I do like affection, right? So if that woman is not affectionate because that's not how she was raised, that's not the norm for her, and you say to her, I need affection, and she continues to ignore you, and you don't see any improvement in her efforts to be affectionate towards you, how would you handle that?
First of all, I'm gonna be very straightforward when it comes to that. Like before we even get to that point, and I'm giving her my all, or I'm asking her for her all, I'm gonna know if you're the one for me or not. Like my expectations for myself, I'm gonna continue to say that my expectations for myself is gonna tell it all. Like I'm gonna know if me and you are gonna go to that next level. I'm gonna know if I'm gonna feel this particular way about you. I'm gonna know all of these things because there's something that you're gonna have to do to open that door to make me walk through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be with you, we living together and all of that, and you're not meeting my expectations.
So what's the difference with a woman saying that I like flowers and I want my man to bring me flowers outside of Valentine's Day?
But
It's the
you gotta be
same
okay.
thing.
You gotta be okay when that man don't bring you
But you
flowers.
got to be
Though.
okay with her not being affectionate.
But she's not gonna be for me. That's the difference.
Mm.
That's a deal breaker
So
for me.
basically, what you saying, Tamika should say, okay, since he don't want to bring me flowers, leave that nigga alone.
Exactly. Because guess what?
Wow.
Every time that nigga don't bring her flowers or that dude don't bring her flowers, guess what? Her feelings.
Sometimes, you know what? Just because a person is not, they may be missing one thing, don't mean that don't make them overall a bad person. Because, like I
It,
just said, they pick up in
it
other
don't.
areas. But
Listen,
you
it
talking about,
don't. Listen, it don't. I'm telling you, it don't. It don't. It's what you're gonna expect from a person. And I'm big on this right now. Like, if I expect when I roll over in the bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm knocking at the door, you know what I'm saying? I expect her to open up the door and pull me in.
I mean, no. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I'm a big person on affection too. You know, I
Okay,
am.
so me,
Hold on,
Sometimes it depends on who it's from.
wait. I'm glad both of y'all commented at the same time about that. And I want to say this, and I'm gonna try to make it clear because I'm like Tamika. Affection is perceptive.
it is.
Affection is all about perception. It's all individual. Because I went through the issue with my wife, and she was saying I wasn't as affectionate as I should be, based on what she wanted. And to me, I said, when I see you in the kitchen, shit, I slap you on the booty. I said, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the grease that's getting the chicken ain't the only thing that's hot, baby. Yeah. But to some people, that's not affection.
Hey, it's not though.
A kiss in the morning is not affection. You got some people who feel like affections are makeout section or makeout. You have some people who feel like affection is cuddling the whole night, even though my arm is like this and my head is like this. And I gotta get up in the morning. I would love to stay like this, but I don't know if I can do it the whole 7 hours. So now you wake up in the morning and the person is like, "Oh, you ain't cuddle with me." You like, well, damn. For one, I was tired. For two, I can't get my leg how I need it to be. So somebody could say that's not affection, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like somebody could say, yeah, we've been in the house all week, yeah, but we wasn't spending time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so let me speak on that, Tamika. When I used to talk about spending time with somebody, you don't want to be like, hey, let's have a movie night, and that person is in their phone the whole night. The movie's watching them. That's not spending time.
Hey, so you know what? I agree with you on that, Dewana. That's something else I've learned that spending
Don't take me to
time.
dinner and you on social media on the
Hey,
phone.
hey, look, I'm gonna agree with you that I'm gonna take that cold heartedly. Meaning, when a person say let's spend time together, like I'm not even gonna put the blame on anybody. Spending time together is there's only one thing of that. Quality time. Do I have your undivided attention? Like, are
Correct.
you focused on what we're doing at hand? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the minute
That's
you put
agreed.
your phone, guess who's getting your time now? The
That
phone.
phone.
So I
Exactly.
totally agree with you on that. I ain't got no rebuttals on that. I think in my life I fell short on that end so much to the point of that, like, yeah, let's spend time together as a family, but we spending 3 hours of time together. I'm on my phone an hour and a half. So actually, we want to spend
I,
50%.
I ain't gonna lie, Lamar. I got used to it because that used to be like a pet peeve of mine. But I done got so used to it that it doesn't bother me. I
Hey,
just
guess
be like,
what?
oh, well, he there.
Hey, Dewana, I'm gonna beat you up a little bit. Your acceptance, and I already know the situation.
I told you.
Listen to me. Your acceptance level went down because you expected something else from that other person, and you were willing to deal with it.
Right.
You were willing to
That's
deal
what
with
I'm
it.
saying. That's what that goes back to what we were talking about as women. We accept a lot of stuff because I'm not gonna lie, my husband spends all day on the phone. I mean, literally all day on the
He's a
phone.
content creator, so you got to give him that.
Not just
Let's let them
no.
talk because I ain't gonna lie.
I let you talk. I ain't gonna go. We're not doing that. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, he spends a lot of time on the phone. I don't care if he content creating or we could be just watching TV. He has to pick up the phone and he has to scroll social media.
Yes,
He
see,
has
that's
to
the
look at
thing.
what's going on. That's just
That's the
something
thing,
that
though.
he
We have
does. And I think it comes as second nature to him that sometimes he don't even realize that he does it a lot.
All right, so since I've been with my wife, right? I did VA stuff. I did school.
Yeah.
I did job applications, house hunting. So to say, and I also write music.
Right.
So to say that someone see when you tell somebody, oh, all you do is scroll social media all day, that's different than somebody checking the email. That's different than somebody filling out job application. And at one point in our relationship, I also did stocks. So
Lamont,
so to say somebody social net scrolling through social media,
all day.
looking at women in bikinis. You
I
don't know
see
if
you.
I'm getting alerts for stock. You don't know if I'm getting alerts for housing. You don't know if I'm getting alerts for
Sometimes it's okay to say, you're right. I do scroll social media a lot because it's not just checking emails with you. And I've learned
wait, you
that
saying
about
it's
you.
not just checking emails or
No, I
because
done been
you also just said I'm on social media all day or the person's on social media.
majority of the time.
They work an
But
8-hour
even if
job.
okay, let's just talk about this. Let's just say this.
Right.
Like we talked about it before. There's a balance. Sometimes you got to cut some of that shit down and give some time. You don't okay, you get an email. As soon as you get an email, you don't have to open it up. It can
True,
wait.
agreed.
So if
Do you
I'm saying let's have a movie time, as soon as a alert come up, oh I got to check this. Oh I got it. It just defeats the purpose of spending time because you can't turn it off.
That's true. If you was with Bill Gates finna check his phone.
He put check his phone. Period.
But the
That's
thing
all I'm
is,
gonna say.
you ain't Bill Gates.
I get it, and
You ain't Bill Gates.
No, I can't.
Damn, what Chris
Fellas, I
he
can't agree
not. He
with
was
y'all on
backstage.
this
He
one.
was backstage.
Yeah, can't agree. You not Bill Gates. I'm
I can't
sorry.
agree with y'all on this one, fellas. I can't. Y'all on with that one.
No,
For real.
I
I'm with
definitely
you.
feel
I'm
you.
with them.
I
Smoke gonna
definitely
get
feel you.
he
But
gonna go
somebody,
against it
If
because
your old lady,
it's who he is.
if your old lady come to you and say, "Hey, babe, I planned us a movie date," and we understand whatever be booming, trap be jumping, numbers, we gotta check that, we gotta check that, bruh. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? You take a lady, you pick a lady up and you take this young lady that you're dating, getting to know out on a date, and she and her phone, you be like, man, I don't want to deal with that no more, bro. Like, I done spent all this money, did this. It's the same thing, vice versa. So you mean to tell me
right,
we can't stop what we doing for an hour and a half, an hour and however long the movie is
right,
to
Pay
to
attention.
tend to her,
Yep.
right?
absolutely?
And it's the
absolutely.
same thing, right? So
So,
as a
Chris,
couple,
I'm
you
glad.
go.
I'm glad you jumped in those crosshairs. So, if we watching the movie right for 2 hours, let's just all be realistic. If I'm there watching a movie, you think I'm in my phone for 2 hours? And sometimes I ain't finna lie, women will be in their phone and then say, I'm never in my phone. So a lot of that stuff be a dead discussion. I ain't gonna say I don't be on my phone. But I ain't gonna say out of the 20 movies that we watch, I might fall asleep on some
Yes, you do.
or I might be in my phone, but then
Yep.
I'm gonna watch them and we could talk about them afterwards. You see how I do the podcast? Hold on.
It gonna take us 3 days to watch the movie, y'all. Cause we gonna have to keep going back because he done
I
either
ain't gonna
fell
lie.
asleep or he on his phone.
If y'all think that we have to know that us being in relationships ourselves, that ain't 100% accurate.
Yes, it is.
Because I could talk about stuff afterwards. If we watch a movie, right, and I do fall asleep, okay, I fall asleep. It's been times where she had the day off. I work 8 hours. She want to watch a movie at 10, 11 after I got up at 6. That's cool. I wear that. I will wear that. But Chris, you jumped in now. If a movie 2 hours, you think a dude on the on scrolling social media for 2 hours?
I ain't say you scroll for social media
No,
for 2
but
hours, but
wait, I'm
sometimes
asking
Chris,
Chris a
no,
question. We already
okay.
know a woman gonna sauce it up.
Now, I'm not finna, I'm not saying that. Yeah, you scroll the phone and look at the phone for 2 hours straight, but the
You
other
picking it
example
up
I was,
periodically throughout that
yeah, it's
movie.
like
That's
every couple
crazy.
of minutes you looking at it, bing, bang, boom. It's like, okay, fellas, we go hang out with our girl. She want to spend Saturday with us, right?
Undivided attention.
Right.
Whatever she want to do, we go. She want to go walk in the mall, and I know a lot of guys don't. I'm not the shopping type. I don't want to go to no mall. You want to drag me in this store and that store and run all your errands with you. I don't want to do that, but we do it because we gonna
Chris
shut
gave
up,
me the alley-oop.
Now
right?
listen, no, Chris.
Go
We
ahead,
gonna
Chris. No,
hold on,
no. It's
but
Chris talking. Let
we gonna
Chris
shut
talk.
up at the end of the day, right? Because that's what you want to do. And when we get home late on that night, whatever it is that you want to do,
I'm
she
off
can't really
Wednesday and Thursday.
complain.
Right.
She can't
Right.
complain about it because I done tended to you, whatever that looks like. So if
I
she
agree.
I agree with
if
Chris.
hey babe, hell, we done kicked it all day Saturday. Lamont want shit. I'm finna go link up with Lamont. We gonna go sit down and have some drinks. I ain't telling you where we going. Like we finna go to the strip club, but yeah, we just gonna go sit down and have some drinks. And it shouldn't be a problem. So if we get together and this is the night that we chose to watch a movie that we discuss, hey babe, there's this movie that came out on Monday. Okay, and you tell her, okay, boom, we can watch it Friday. I understand we may fall asleep because I'm gonna tell you now, if the movie don't interest me, I'm going to sleep.
Chance. What are you doing, man?
Chance has found him a warm spot. Leave
It's
Chance
good, man. Come
alone.
on, smoke, man.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I'm like that too. Like, smoke like the shop. I don't like the shop. Don't drag me. I want to go in and out. I don't want to be dragged from store to store.
All
But
right, Chris. So
I do
listen, right?
it.
So, all right. I don't really want to get too deep in it, but I'm glad you mentioned that. And like I said, everything is perceptive because I'm just gonna say it. A movie night, right? To me,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you stuff you really want to do. In my opinion, you should do it early in the morning when you first get up. If you want to have good sex, wake up in the morning
Facts.
and have sex. If you want to have a good workout, wake up when the time is right. Me, Chris, I used to work. I used to go to school. I can't watch a movie till 1 in the morning.
Why is that on the floor?
That's better.
I can't get up at 6
McDonald's breakfast
every
on the floor.
morning and watch a movie at 11, 10 maybe, because now I'm in the bed. And then, so it's just all perceptive. Now, if you want, let's go to the mall.
Hold on now. Don't say that. You
You
know
can
why you
talk.
can't say that? Because at the end of the day, you're
I mean,
saying
it's
I
always
don't
gonna
want to
be at
watch.
the end of
I
the
don't
day.
want to watch a movie at.
Same
Okay,
thing.
Lamont. My
Go
thing
ahead.
is a guy say they don't want to watch a movie. They don't want to watch no movie at 10 o'clock at night.
They did
But
say they don't
let
want to. They
but
said when
let
you planning stuff, somebody who worked 8 hours,
right. But let Joe
5
Blow.
4 hour. Oh, go ahead.
But let Joe Blow call. He done went to, you guys done went to work and did an 8-hour shift, and then Joe call and say, man, we finna hit this spot. You coming. Now you up, you got all the energy in the world.
It ain't that you got all the energy in the
Hey,
world.
all right.
You hitting the
Now
spot,
you
you
now
not
you
laying in the
going to the
All
bed.
right.
club and
So,
you
so
coming home at 2 in the
look.
morning just to wake up and go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning and do it all over again. So you made time for your homeboy, but you can't make time.
Hey, okay. So I listen. You see, on certain segments, I be real quiet because when I agree with the topic, I just let the topic flow. Right. And I agree with what y'all saying. Like undivided attention is different than just being there.
Right. So hold on. Just let me say this one thing. And I like this. I don't want y'all.
I wanted to hear him. I didn't want to let him lose his train of thought. Smo, we got to get him the flow.
Nah, it's cool. I got my train of thought.
No,
I've been rolling this.
No, because I want to point this out for people who may be listening or people who might have went through this.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing, women, and I would urge y'all to stop doing it. Because when a man chill with his homeboys, that takes no mental capacity at all. I have sat in the house with Lamont and not said nothing, it took no mental power.
Facts.
When women are sitting and they want quality time, like my homeboy Twan, he used to come to my house every night just to get in the couch, cut the TV on, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I ain't waking him up saying, "Damn, dog, we supposed to be chilling, boy. You done dozed off." To me, when somebody wants quality time, we do have to be mindful of the time.
Yeah.
And this is not nothing that should be.
You're not making a point because it's different when you're dealing with time with your friends and time with your girl. And if
Absolutely.
neither one of them have to be a mental capacity type of thing, if she's saying, "Babe, let's watch a movie," and she turned the movie on, how much
And
thinking
now I'm
and
laying
shit
in
you
the
got to
bed.
do?
Now, okay, I
And
get
How
you.
much,
that's why
how
smoke
much
it's
mental
important.
capacity is that taking
Right.
up in your life?
No,
Just
you
to
Hey,
watch a
if
absolutely
you get in
movie.
the
right.
bed, if y'all set a time, okay, babe, boom, you get home, you take a shower, you lay down in the bed, watch the movie. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep.
Right.
Ain't
Right.
nothing
You
to
said
it.
what?
She if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. Now she give you every time we watch a movie, you fall asleep. Man, don't
That's
worry
my
about it.
point I'm making. It's okay to
Don't worry
fall
about
asleep
it.
every
Hey,
now
all
and
right.
then, but
People
majority of
find
the time you
time.
and then when you go out with Joe and Joe done called you, you always up and
You
you
all
can
that
stay up to
energy.
2 o'clock. You got all this energy. We got a problem because every time I ask you to watch a movie, you done
You
fell asleep
tired.
within the first 10 minutes.
Hey,
Let's watch a
okay.
movie in the living room.
Okay. Look.
People find time for who
Who
and
they
what is
want to
important to them.
thank?
And
Oh
what
my
we're
God.
saying to you as women is when we are in a relationship with you, we want you to be the best version of yourself. We want you to create your content. We want you to scroll social media. We want you to make your money. But when it's our time, it's our time. And I need to feel like a priority in that moment. And if we have that safe space, you can spend 23 hours of the day doing whatever you want to do.
Tamika, let me tell
But
you
if I
something.
ask you for that 1 hour, I
When
want
they
it.
out there with
All
their
right.
friends,
So look,
they
I've
when
been
they out there with
patiently waiting to say
Yeah,
what I
yeah. Go
wanted
ahead,
to
go
say.
ahead. It's
oh
on you.
sorry, go ahead.
So I'm gonna be very honest with you. What I think men and women we lack. We lack the communication of our standards, right? So I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
Like try to avoid like surface level checklists. Like, oh, I know when I get home, I'm gonna ask my man, can we watch a movie? And he's gonna say yes. You can't. You can't. You gotta avoid listening like that. I feel it works better with me if you come to me and say, hey babe, it's Monday now. Hey babe, I want to watch a movie on Wednesday, a family night. Let's be a family, right? No phones, no work, no nothing, right? If you come to me and tell me that now in the state of mind that I'm in, because I dropped the ball plenty of times before because I wasn't in the state of mind that I'm in
Okay,
now.
just loud.
If you prepare me for what's to come and I drop the ball, you hold me accountable. But
So I got to make an
you
appointment
can't
with
just
you.
wake up Monday morning, it's the beginning of the week. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and at 9 o'clock, you're talking about let's have family night.
So your woman got to make an appointment with you.
Nah,
Boom.
Well,
I
I
so
was just gonna say that to make them too.
boom.
Listen,
oh,
So
now I got to call you on Monday and say, "Hey, baby,
no,
Friday, this what we
no,
doing."
no. I'm
okay, so
not
Lamont, I
saying
got a
that.
question for you.
Okay.
Listen, hold on.
Do
I'm
you
not
do you
saying
have a
that.
okay,
I'm
go ahead.
saying prepare me for what's to come. Prepare me. Put it like this. Every woman ain't out here when you get that knock on the door at nighttime when you sleeping. It ain't like y'all opening the door every night. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Y'all ain't doing that. You know what I'm
But
saying? Oh, we only can do that when the kids sleep.
And
you
that's
hadn't
why it's
you hadn't
important to
you
still
That's
date.
not.
So
That's
All
even
right,
when
not.
you're
okay,
in a
so
relationship,
okay.
even when you get married, you got to
okay.
date.
So you telling me I need to prepare you for that, but when I
Okay.
ask you to prepare
Okay,
me to
boom.
watch a
I got two
movie, you
questions for
can't
you,
do
Lamont.
that.
I got two questions for you, Lamont.
I'm listening.
The first question is, do you have a TV in your master bedroom?
Yes.
Smoke, do you have a TV in your master bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. So based on and the second question is, Lamont, you just said, "Hey, prepare me," right?
Yeah.
How many times do women prepare us for something and we drop the ball, right? Or we hold on, Tamika. How many times do women prepare us for something and we drop the ball or we forget or we push it off to another day and make them feel some type of way, right?
Mm.
So just imagine if the woman prepares us and we come prepared, like, okay, boom, she want to watch a movie this day, but then she drops the ball.
Ooh.
That's rare.
No.
Then what?
Yeah,
Listen,
then what?
Chris, I totally agree with you. So guess what? Us as men, guess what we're saying in our head? Oh shit, I didn't even want to watch the movie anyway. I can go to sleep now. But guess what?
Nah, y'all gonna bring it back up later.
Oh no,
though.
I'm not.
Y'all gonna make it a mental
but
note.
Lamont, maybe you will. Maybe you done seen some previews of the movie. Let's just say, for example, it's been many a nights where we all, as men and women, get in the bed and try to find something on Netflix just to watch. Just scrolling through, like, do I really want to watch this? And we're not watching. Maybe it's good enough for us to really watch and get into, but sometimes we just watching it. It catches our attention, but we know that we're tired.
No,
So it's like,
all the time.
you know what? I'm going to sleep. Like wherever it stopped, when I get up tomorrow or the next night, whenever I get back in bed, I continue where I left off.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you know that experts suggest that your bedroom should be used for 2 reasons? Your bed,
Procreating and resting. There
sleep,
really should
and
not be a
sex.
TV
Oh
in the
boy,
bedroom.
that's why I built my own bed.
Well, don't you know that back in the day, a lot of people did not have TVs in their room.
Absolutely.
They did not have TVs in their room. My grandma never had a TV in her room.
How many kids grandma have?
Grandma had 7. She had
So
7
if
kids.
quality time is an issue with your partner, maybe that's someplace that we can start. Let's take the TV out of the bedroom so that we know when we commit to going into that space, that's quality time, right? So if you have a busy day, she has a busy schedule, it's not about the quantity of time, but it's about the quality of time. If there's no TV, there's no interruption, you can talk about your day, you can talk about the rest of the week, you can talk about your goals, aspirations, you can spend quality time together. So that
Some
would be my
people feel
challenge to
like quality
couples.
time is just us being in the room.
No, while he playing games or on the phone, that's not
Right.
quality
That's
time. I
quality
need your
time to
undivided
people.
attention. I need and want, King, your undivided attention in that moment. I want to be your safe space.
Be that. That's what women don't understand. Like men or women. I'm not just putting it on women. I think people don't understand what it means of being there for a person. Like I feel now at this point in my life, the next person or whoever I get in my life, like I'm gonna try to make it so easy for them that they're gonna love me because I make it easy for them. Not easy and they ain't doing nothing, but meaning like I'm not gonna fuss if you ain't make dinner. But I'm gonna fuss if I'm knocking at the door and you ain't letting me in, though. I'm gonna do that. That's one
See
thing.
what I'm saying? There go the expectation.
So with that being said, everyone has their perception of what quality time is, of what sex is, because now, mind you, you have some women, and we just gonna do this on the women part. You got some women, right? You can wake them up. You could wake them up and they be like, what you doing? And they gonna get right to it. Hold on, let me drink some water real quick.
Yes.
And then you have some women who you can't wake up.
You can't even wake up.
Once they sleep, that window of opportunity is gone. And so, right, let's say as a man, all right, so we use the thing of quality time. So your idea of quality time may be a dinner.
Yeah.
Another person may be watching a documentary.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all like 2 different things. And for the women's side, okay, I watched that movie. Now you done fell asleep. Shit, hell nah, the night ain't over.
I got a question for Lamont. I got a question for you, Lamont.
The one got a question. What's
I
up,
got a
Lamont?
question. My question, this goes back to what Lamont said. Lamont said, I said, well, these are things that I got used to. So Lamont said, well, you dropped your level of expectation.
Expectation. Hmm.
Okay, so my thing is, and then that's when Smoke said that quality time and things that people want is based on perception. So if I tell you what I want and like where does the compromise come in at?
My
But
Because
flowers.
if my perception is if my perception is this is how I see quality time, and I tell you this is the things that I want, where does the compromise come in at? Because if the person's saying, well, I'm giving you quality time just by being here, then where does it like where do we meet halfway with it?
Okay.
Mm.
wait, who
Go
gonna
ahead.
answer that?
Mm.
'Cause I
Oh,
got
go
one.
ahead. Go ahead.
Who gonna answer that?
We'll let Tamika go first then.
Who goes first?
I'll listen first.
Oh, so
So
you
who want to
I'm
answer
gonna go
that?
first.
Go for it.
yeah,
All right, so me going first, that goes back to the person. Who are you going to accept at your table? Who are you going to accept at your table? And what
Let me charge it.
does your table look like? And who deserves to sit at that table?
Let me
What are
charge
you
it up for
willing
you.
to
There.
accept?
right. So
That's my answer on that. Like, what are you willing to accept at your table?
Mm.
You understand? If you're going to
Right.
accept somebody to continue dropping balls, are you going to accept
So
coming short on
if I'm
time?
with you, Lamont, and I say, hey, Lamont,
Oh, 5%.
I really want quality time. I need about 2 hours out your day or whatever. I just want to sit and have a conversation with you, and you always constantly picking up your phone. Then, I mean, what do we meet halfway? Because you like, well, I'm sitting right here. I can hear you. That don't mean I got to look at you while I'm talking to you. I'm in my phone, but I hear what you're saying.
Okay, so that goes to me saying again, how much are you willing to accept that at your table?
Some of it has to do with understanding too, right?
Yes,
Because
I
every
agree.
time I look at my phone, it's not me scrolling social media. It may be me checking on my kids.
true. And also, can I just say, right? Y'all still there, or did it freeze?
Yeah, no,
No, we're here.
I can.
Okay, my bad. And I just want to say, right, for my situation specifically, because I'm just coming from all experience. And as a man, also, if you love a woman, you gotta realize that she gonna talk a little shit. As a man, you can't really take everything a woman says literal or personal. Because let's say, right, you done fell asleep on 7 movies in a row. Nigga, you can't keep your eyes open. But shit, this weekend, we going to Playa Miami. We gonna order us a kingfish. We gonna have some drinks.
Hmm.
That's what we go do. I'ma look in your eyes, I'ma rub on your leg. So a woman may talk shit about you going to sleep on 7 movies, but the trip to Vegas, when we was in the slot machines, I watched you sleep. I was ready. I was up for 2 days with 2 hours of sleep. And you talking about you tired. I don't need to do all this while we got this. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman stick around, she's sticking around for something. Yeah, you fell asleep on the movies, but y'all went to Orlando and you shook everybody's hand from Mickey to Minnie. And you wasn't tired. Carried bags, pushed carts. So it's just a balance. And as a man, I want to say this to all men. If you haven't been told this before, as a man, you gonna get criticism. If you mop the kitchen floor, you might have the type of woman that say, well, damn, you should have mopped the living room too. You was doing it. And you can't be like, oh man, I'm sick of this shit. You just gotta be like, man, I'm about to put the mop down. Do what you will with it. Because it's about balance and compromise too. So I get it. And a woman will say the movies. She ain't gonna mention the dinners. She might don't mention the Hard Rock. Because now when a man puts the standard here, you can't stay there. Nigga, you took me to the Hard Rock. I watched you play blackjack. Now I want to watch Golden Girls. Now I want to watch Family Matters. So you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, and that's my situation. I do have a lot of stuff going on sometimes, but it's all about, have you done anything If a woman is
No,
not
it's just
taking
like Tamika say, you got to balance it out and make time. You know, at the end, the Chris said it, but that's just how it is. That's why I
And
yeah,
I
say,
was
of
just gonna
course.
say we are saying the same thing. We come back to our original question: what do you bring to the table?
yeah, you
Right?
got to bring something to the table other than
The peace,
the
the
peace.
protection, the provision, the tending to my
And
emotional needs,
one can't
right?
even bring peace to the table because
Emotional.
most
So, like, my emotional needs are part of
I feel like
providing for
nobody can
me.
bring peace, but I feel like you can keep me at peace.
Exactly. That's what
I
I was
agree.
what I was talking about. I don't want to
most of
come home and argue with you.
Yeah,
I
I
would
don't
like to
want.
say that most of the men that say that they want peace are usually the ones, when they say, "Oh, well,
They be
I want a woman
toxic.
that's gonna bring peace to my life." 9 times out of 10, those are the men that at that Thanksgiving table they get up and they flip the whole table and cause the disruption
They
in
Chaos.
that
toxic.
peace.
They
Chaos.
chaotic and toxic as fuck.
Chaos.
And
Yes.
I'm gonna tell
And
you,
then they're trying to
I'm
project it onto somebody else.
Hey,
That's
hey,
more
hey,
chaos.
listen. Hey, listen. So, I want y'all to listen to me on this. Everybody, I think everybody on this platform has some type of idea of what I've been going through in my life. So, if for those that don't know Lamont, I said this a couple weeks ago, and I told the world pretty much that I'm a very angry person. And Smoke looked at me and was like, "Lamont, you for real?" But I'm gonna tell you guys, Chris, on what you just said. I was once that guy, right? I wanted peace. I'm the coolest guy in the world. I'm this, I'm that, or whatever. But at home, behind closed door, I was a madman.
Terrorists.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a terrorist. So now, at this point in my life, I sit back and, like I told you guys, me living in this house or whatever. Now, where I'm at, I found what peace really is. You know what I'm saying? I found out what peace really is. I'm not at this point yet of you slapping me and I'm turning like, hey, you forgot a spot. I'm not there, but I'm damn so close to it because I'm at the point right now that if someone wants to fight me, to be honest with you, I'm gonna talk you out of your own behind whooping because I just don't want to do it. I don't want to get to that space. So when I say peace, peace is me coming home and I ain't gotta worry about nobody saying nothing to me. I want to hear the AC come on. That's my peace. My peace is getting up and walking through the house with my underwear on and ain't gotta worry about nobody saying nothing to me. Those are things that I find peace in now.
Yeah,
Like
and
I ain't gotta
everybody
worry
has
about
their
trying to
own
tell me
definition.
why trash on the counter.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
has their own different definition of what peace is, and I can feel you. And I understand where you're coming from with that Lamont being angry. Me, more or less, I'm not. And Tamika tell you, I'm not. It take a lot for me to get angry, but it's that
But
big
baby,
button.
when he does,
I'm getting angry. I'm getting petty because I don't bother nobody, bruh. I really don't. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not wrapped too tight.
I don't think none of us are though.
I mean, I'm not. I'm legit. Like 2 screws from being
Hey, what you said, Chris? People be playing
patty.
crazy. There's a lot of people out there. They play crazy.
Yeah, they play crazy.
I'm
I'll give you an
crazy.
example.
Call
I'll
me
give you a
crazy
perfect
Joe.
example. So one time I went to New York, go visit my cousins, right? Well, I was driving trucks, but I just happened to be up there. So I was like, I'm pull up on my cousins and them. So I went to my cousins and I was telling them about this young lady that I had met down here in Georgia a while back. She got mad because I stopped talking to her and she sent me a text message talking about, I know where you stay. I'm gonna send some niggas to your house.
Man.
Mind you, bro, this is the first text message that I see when I wake up. Cause what's the first thing that we reach for in the morning when we waking up? Okay. That's the first text message I saw. I got a 22 rifle sitting in this room right here with me right now. Boy, I loaded up that rifle and drove down the street and shot every single window out the front of her house.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Don't incriminate yourself, my guy. But we get what you said.
All the windows out the front of her house was gone.
Mysteriously.
And my
Mysteriously,
and my
exactly.
It's too late. It's past the what's that? What you call it?
Statute of limitation.
Yep, we well past that.
I mean, and that's just really like what it comes down to. You know, one thing I learned is that perception. Like, you might buy somebody a gold bracelet, and they might be like, "Yeah, but I really want the flowers." Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It's just all about perception and giving someone exactly what they want.
That's it.
Which comes back to what y'all were talking about earlier, love languages, right? We have to learn to love our partner or our significant other, whether you straight, gay, bi, whatever you want to be. You have to learn to love your significant other in their love language.
You preaching.
Your love language may be physical. Your love language may be physical touch, but her love language may be quality time. Acts of service.
Put the phone down.
So, but if you are
ignoring that
more
fact,
physical with her, that doesn't. Yes, it's something to her, but it doesn't feed
her soul.
Her love language that she's more I guess open and receptive to get what you want.
If you speak a woman's love language and you love them right, you can get anything.
Hey, I told
you, men,
that definitely goes both ways.
We're wired very simply. Like, men are very basic. We're the most dumbed down creatures in this world. Why? Because we're like the kid with the shiny toy. We need that shiny toy.
I agree.
We are physical beings where women are wired more emotionally, and a lot of women, when they come to an argument or a debate or whatever, logic for them goes out the window.
All emotion.
You can't argue with emotion. You're gonna lose every time because to them it's making sense.
We just want
our perception is our reality, and if we perceive,
we just want understanding.
Yeah,
let us know
what I need from you is under.
Hell, I had one girl tell me. Damn near my baby, probably my baby mama called me a bum because I ain't go to work every day. I don't have to go to work every day.
Thanks. I wish I had a job like that. I wish I had a job like that. Long as I'm doing what I got to do. Hey, but look, I don't mean to be the person of rule to everything, man. Look, we've been on live for 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Listen, we appreciate everybody that joined in, everybody that talked in. Chris.
Y'all just got some people that just joined in the chat too.
Thank you. Even the support that you guys give us. Hey, man, I don't even want to say like, subscribe, or comment. Hey, man, y'all need to watch this video. Y'all need to watch this video and really tag in and get more conversation.
Somebody just said, wait, they just hopped in. You leaving already?
That's Markeisha.
Who? What she said?
She just hopped on. Shout out to Jesus Child, man. For a long she
time,
was in Jackson with us. She was definitely super cool, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out her page. She does a lot of inspirational stuff. She's also a designer right now.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, man.
You need to come check in with us one time, Markeisha. She here too in GA.
She here in Georgia too. Hey, man, I didn't even know, man. Like, hit me. Please hit me, man. I didn't even know that, man. There's so many people here in Georgia that
Is that the one we met that had the little jacket, the clothing?
Yeah, we met her at the
reunion.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, Smoke. I'm definitely going to whatever Jackson have it at the school this year. I'm definitely
they have
there.
a picnic on the 17th.
Yeah, hey, you know, a lot of people at Jackson haven't seen me since we graduated. Like, since we graduated high school, because I've been just off the face of the earth when I'm back.
That's good. Keep it that way.
I know, I be feeling that way, man, but man, we only live one time, man. But hey, look, I appreciate everybody.
Keep it that way.
Appreciate everybody from tagging in and logging into us. Like, I'm dying on memory right now, so not saying that we got to cut it short, but man, we have been doing this for 2 hours. We try to set our time for 1 hour just to
we doubled that.
Get all the information, but we doubled it with great conversations and great topics that we were talking about. So, man, like I said, I really appreciate everybody for being logged in. I appreciate everybody for the support. Hey, and I'm pretty much done. My table ain't open no more, man. Select a few sit at my table.
Can we get a schedule? What's the dates, the times?
Okay, every Sunday, 1 p.m., man. We try to just do this, and it's been going great. So if y'all free on Sunday, ladies, after you finish that Sunday meal, or if you're gonna get some takeout, whatever you decide to do. Y'all
that's Eastern Standard Time.
In fact, watch this with your significant other, or if you're dating somebody and y'all going out to brunch, cut it on in the car. We just appreciate it, man. It's a positive environment. We're really just trying to make everyone better. And hopefully we all could just chip in to make each other better.
And that's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our people that may be in different time zones.
Hey, bring your friend to log in too. We want to have 20 people on stage.
Yeah. Thank y'all for everybody who participated. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday.
Yep.